Yeah, welcome back to the BSN channel. Um, I just want to discuss the impact that music has on, children, you know, in general. Um, I want to talk about my concern for it. I apologize if I'm not looking directly into the camera because there's a light to light up the car, and it's very, very, very strong. Very strong. I don't know how people do this, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is what I'm talking about. I've noticed in the last 10 years, because obviously that's, you know, I've grown up through the 10 years. The 10 years before then, I was just a child. So, one thing I've noticed in the last 10 years is how children of today they're more associated with sexual things. They're more accustomed to sexual images and, you know, revealing clothes and certain things that I don't think we would have tolerated back in the days. It's like, let me give an example, yeah, because my examples are clearer than my actual explanations. Yeah, the other day, yeah, I was going down to the end of my road, and I must have saw about three girls, and as a boy, you're thinking, okay, well, they were literally wearing nothing, but it was a hot day, and they're wearing this sort of hot pants, which was they were it was 50-50. It was like 60% skin I was seeing. I walked close and I realized they're 13-year-old girls. Now, because I'm short-sighted, I had no idea. I didn't know 13-year-olds dress like that. I, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone has their own choice. You can choose what to wear. It's up to you. I mean, but I can't lie. I feel very uncomfortable seeing girls that young dressed that way. It's very strange to me. And they look so innocent. When I was walking past them, I felt sickened. I was like, oh my god. I felt sick for even looking. I was like, damn, why didn't I know they were that young? But I didn't see that far away, so I couldn't see properly. The same goes for boys. I mean, you got these boys sagging their trousers. Like, they're dropping their trousers. They're sagging their trousers to the point. Well, for the Americans, they call them pants. Um, Pants or trousers, they sag them down to the point where I can see I can see their bulge. And I don't want to see that. As a man, I don't want to see that. Maybe a girl wants to see that, but I don't want to see that. And that's how far low their trousers are. Yeah. Any boy watching this, yeah, and you're sagging your trousers, yeah. All I want to ask you is, do you want anal sex from a man? Don't take this in the wrong way, because when you're sagging your trousers, yeah, that's meant to signify you want you want anal sex. There's no other way. A man is meant to wear his trousers up to the top with a belt on, not sagging it down. Now, as I said, everyone's free to do whatever they want to do, but it just sickens me a little bit. Same when I saw these 13-year-old girls literally wearing, I don't know what they call it. It's nowadays these girls are wearing these spandex sort of dresses or trousers or pants, whatever. And it's like spandex, and they basically wear it like trousers and skirts now. It's quite rare to see a girl wearing a skirt. What happened to wearing a skirt? That's one thing I want to talk about. I don't know what happened to wearing a skirt and tights. That doesn't. I don't see that often. only with the older girls, but with these younger girls, they're wearing these shorts, which I can't even consider them shorts. They're so short, they look like underpants. That's what they look like to me. But each to their own. I mean, if you're 16 or you're 18, I understand. Like, do what you want. But we can't pretend like this has that music doesn't impact the youth, because we all know who dresses like that. People like Rihanna, Beyonce, Lady Gaga, they dress a certain way, and we can't pretend like they don't. I don't want people saying stuff like, "Oh, it's just music. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it." You damn right I don't watch it. Like, if you think about it, they're sending symbolic symbolic images here. I don't know if that makes sense. They're using certain images subliminally, subconsciously with your children. And I didn't realize that until I see children just doing things like that. So there's some people passing. And I find that really annoying when people pass at times. I'm not gonna lie. Don't know why he's looking in the car for. Does he know me or something? Hey, do I know you or something?
Sorry?
Do I know you?
No.
Well, why are you looking at me?
I'm not looking at you. You're reading there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just reading the paper.
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I was... Sorry about that. That's me being paranoid. I shouldn't have done that. But I come from an area where if you look at me, I'm looking, like, don't be looking at me, you know? I don't know. I had a different upbringing from my brother. I came from a place where I remember when I was young, when I was looking at people, my mother would be like, don't look at people, you know. They might stab you, might do something. And those days, yeah, they could have stabbed you. So when I see someone staring at me, I must say something. He was quite a big guy. He could have done something, but here's what it is. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. We can't ignore the fact that music has an impact on our children. Whether it's gangster rap, whether it's too much pornography on TV. I don't care what anyone says, yeah. But certain songs, I'm not saying all the songs, but there's certain songs and words in songs and images in songs that that infect the child's mind. Like, I don't want to be too specific, but I think I might have to. Like, for example, when Beyonce was doing that performance with Jay-Z, I think it was at the Grammys, she was performing, you know, was it called Drunken Love or Drunken Sex? Drunken Love or something like that. Well, first of all, yeah, I don't like that song. That song should not be played for anyone younger than 16. I don't care what anyone says. Like, you know, you get me? Like, ride it like a surfboard or whatever she was saying. I don't know what she's saying. But you shouldn't have to explain that to no child. That is not... I don't know, like she's a mother. And she's talking about drunken sex. I mean, don't get me wrong, yeah. I'm not saying you shouldn't make a song like that. But why should that be the single that you put out? Like, I understand it's on your album. And if it's on your album, really, children younger than 16 should not be listening to that. Like, children are becoming... They're too exposed to sex. I know that personally. And it's sickening, man. I didn't think it could have such an effect on children like that. I didn't think. And Beyonce's not the only one. I don't want to just say that. Rihanna is one of the worst, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, they're all sexy. And as a man, sometimes it's a temptation. I look, I'm not going to lie, I do look. But I do think in my head, what does it mean? Why does she have to be dressed literally naked? It goes back to what I was saying about image. I don't know what it means. Like, why are we dressing to the point where we're not wearing anything anymore? You know? Why are we not addressing the fact that little girls are dressing like they're at a beach, but there's no beach there? It's different if you live in the beach and everything. I understand that, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, sorry about the other video. Yeah, I ran out of space, so I'm just gonna carry on here. As I was saying, yeah, is we can't ignore the fact, yeah, that music's impact on children is really serious. Because even when I was young, I was sagging my trousers based on the way I was seeing 50 Cent and Ja Rule doing it. Then I woke up and realized that I was being programmed by television. Nowadays, you got these little girls and boys being affected indirectly by these songs and these videos, and they think it's cool. Really, most of the stuff on TV that is mainstream, even the singles that are coming out, they might look like it's a good message for the children because it's in colourful lights, it's pink, and you know, it looks childish. But you need to wake up and look through that image, because in the end of the day, it's an image, but it has a substance. So when it hits you, the substance can linger in your brain subconsciously, and we gotta wake up and stop thinking that everything's innocent. Okay, there's more to life than what you see. So I'm not saying stop listening to music. I'm just saying be careful of what you show kids. If your child is younger than 16, they should not be watching a Rihanna video. I don't care. I don't care. When was this? I mean, that's just my opinion. I think I think it's borderline insanity what is going on right now. But I can't say too much about it because you know, people will come at me. They might say stuff like, "Oh, right, you're against children. You're against women. You're a homophobe." No, I'm not a homophobe. But we can't lie. We can't act like uh, female fashion is turning more masculine and male fashion is turning more feminine. Just look at the way kids are dressing. And look at how rappers are dressing now with the skinny jeans. And the weird hair. And I see some people with earrings and nose rings. Hey, each to their own. But let's just realize, yeah, television is the enemy. Television is not there to educate your children or educate you. Okay, you have to educate yourself. Okay, television is a form of entertainment, just like sports. It means nothing. Okay, you go to a sports game. In the end of the sports game, what do you learn? You learn nothing. There's no, you know, there's no money in your account. There's no thank you for coming. There's nothing. It's just a false sense of happiness. But if it makes you happy, that's good. But don't make that the source of your education. Okay, read books. Okay, what happened to the day of a kid just playing outside and just enjoying the nature? I remember days where, you know, my mom would just say, oh, play outside. I'll play outside. I'll force myself to come up with something creative instead of just watching TV all the time. You know? Anyway, I'm not going to make this long. I might do another part 2 to this. The fact is, television is the enemy. Most of these artists that are mainstream, they're indirectly infecting your kids' minds. It is what it is, okay? You see 13, 12-year-old girls literally naked. And that's not funny. That's not funny. I mean, if you're 18, 16, you get to choose what you want to wear. That's up to you. You're a grown woman. But 13, 14, I mean, you haven't even grown breasts, for Christ's sake. And you're walking like you're on the beach. And it's not even that hot. That's borderline insanity to me. And it's not their fault. And it might not be the parents' fault. But it definitely comes from the TV. And all, you know, the internet and what we watch on YouTube. I think we need to safeguard what our children watch. That's the message. Watch what your children are watching. Don't let them just go on the internet. Yeah. Don't let them just go on the TV. That's all I gotta say. Peace. Okay, welcome back to the BSN. Sorry about the scenery, is a bit different this time, but you know, it's a busy household. You know, people. It's the World Cup.